Welcome to Susanoo, or the Pool of Tribute, the first Stormblood trial that you encounter. Now, in this situation, I actually came in a little bit later, because these guys have been doing this for at least 1 or 2 tries, and one of the tanks left out, I assume. I actually main tank this with my warrior, and this is one of my current new glams at the moment too, which I quite like. It's my casual warrior one, which is I like to go with, casual tanking. Susanoo's a very interesting one. He's quite joyful indeed. It's always raining, so make sure you're nice and supple and waiting for all the rain and everything. Oh, that Red Egret, oh my, he's certainly very distracting. I saw there was some AoEs just to kind of like move away from, which isn't too bad, anything like that to worry about. He'll do this sort of attack where he will target somebody. And once he does that, it should... Oh, no, that's not till later, sorry. He should do a special thing where he targets somebody individually. And once they do that, you have to make sure you kind of go in the line, because you'll do a boom, big attack. Stay away from thunderclouds. Thunderclouds are evil. They will telegraph where they're going, like with the lightning. They can go pretty wild in the area too. This is also the start of basically where you'll start getting 2 phases of stuff. Here we go. This is the split bit. Just make sure everybody's in a line together and you'll be alright. When you're tanking, you won't really need to move that much, so you don't need to worry as much as everybody else. But yeah, it gets some group AoE going in there. Make sure you're all clumped up together. Off tank doesn't really need to do much in this fight, if in all honesty, unless the actual tank does die. This fight has some very interesting mechanics as well. If you noticed in the chat earlier too, that's also a visual sign of when he's going to do that as well, and he pushes them away. That's why I was going to talk about it earlier too. Where it has a cups type thing, as well as also what we were talking about, before I get interrupted by all the visuals. Shinies, yes. There is a special interaction you need to do. It doesn't have to be the tank. It's just as better if it is the tank, where you need to right click the shadow of the sword. And you'll see what that is when we come to it. So, like, my advice in this fight for positioning for DPS wise is, at least for the first phase, and maybe even the second phase too, speaking of which, we get into it, is don't be too far away from where the boss is. Don't go far left, far right. Now this is a spectacle and a half, believe you me. There's the blade shadow. Right click if you're using mouse and keyboard, whatever the interaction button is for controller, I don't know what it is, but yeah. And this is like just press spacebar or just tap the button. And for your roles here for DPS is attack the sword. When I first did this, I didn't realize you actually had to right click it. I thought you just had to just be there, and they're like, Bobs. Well, it's more tag. Yeah, that was a wipe and a half right there. It was fun though. And then when he, if you don't actually successfully DPS the sword down, that is a wipe right there. But yeah, stupid sexy robe being freaking distracting. Resilient souls, I salute you. It's that mustache, man. It was just so too much. But yeah, when the sword comes down, move to the sides. Storm Splitter is a tank buster. Make sure that is not facing the group, because that will kill people, because it is a line tank buster. As it is with most of these fights as well, just go says, oh, here is the cups thing. So ideally, I didn't actually pay attention to who got got caught here, but his DPS, you can easily see who it is. And most of the time, if it is someone who's done this before, they'll mark who actually needs to be freed. It's not the end of the world if you get the wrong one, I believe. You've got enough time to DPS them all down. Your job is avoid those damn AoEs and anything telegraphed, because they will give you vulnerability, and you don't need those in this fight. The Storm Split is a nice cast time, so you've got enough time to whack yourself your cooldowns in. Like, I have actually gotten better at tanking in terms of when to use my cooldowns personally. It does come with practice. It can feel like a lot of panic to begin with, but over time, you'll get used to it. You can see there, he still does the mechanic where the waves split apart as well. Racing Kaikyo. That's the name of the move. Yeah, just run away. It pretty much puts an AoE under where you last were anyway. And that's Asanu, the first fight that you do. And here's a lovely primal fight. A lovely primal fight. And I was like, I wanted to give it to the rope. I wanted to give it to the rope for the combination, but sadly he'd already left. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Twitch.tv/Wobzy for when we go live with Final Fantasy XIV. And good luck going through Stormblood. Take care of yourselves, and goodbye for now.